What's up, Nova Nation? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Vana SUPERNOVA, and today we are going to be taking a look at two of the most iconic items from the Coach Denim collection. We have the large Laurel shoulder bag, and then we have the large Rowan satchel bag. And both of these are two of the hottest items right now on the Coach website, both in the stunning signature denim with Vachetta leather. I know many of you loved the Coach Denim video that I put out, and the feedback was incredible. So I'm here to help you decide which of these two beauties deserves a spot in your collection. Or if, like me, you need both. So if you watched the previous video, you've already seen the large Laurel. I did a deep dive into this one, and I'll touch up on that in a little bit. But let's start off with the new bag in my collection. This is the large Laurel shoulder bag. And before we get into the comparison, I wanted to introduce you to her because she was not in the last video. I ended up picking her up right after I posted that video. And I just want to show you guys and give you a few details about her. So this one, I want to say, is a lot more modern in frame. It has a very slim silhouette. There is no outer zipper, and she just is what she is. She has that signature denim look with the gold hardware, and I just want to show you guys a closer look. So when you see her like this, she has a very large frame. But if you are into the Coach boutique as well as the outlet, if you're a boutique girly, this really reminds me of the Juliet 38. And the reason being is she has a slouch to her. And she's empty right now, so that's why you can't see the slouch. But there goes the slouch right there. Once you put items in there, this slouch will come naturally. You don't have to like push down on it. But doesn't she just give you Juliet 38 vibes? Like every time I see her, I get that vibe. And really, that's why I got her. Well, one of the reasons. Let me just show you inside. So at the top, you have a zipper. And when you unzip it, take a look at that beautiful blue fabric. And the zipper at the end is actually tucked in. It can actually stick out. I don't know if you guys have like a preference, if you like your zippers on the side out here to like tuck in or zip out, but you can like tuck it out or tuck it in. So this is the interior. There is a zipper. Let me remove some of this. Y'all know Coach just wraps their items so well, and I was touching up on that in the last video. Everything is always so perfectly wrapped. So if you take a look on the inside, she does have a zipper here, and the zipper is quite deep. In here I just have like the QR code, etc., that it comes with. I haven't unpacked her yet. So she also has her shoulder strap inside, and we're going to take a look and see what the drop is on this when we do our comparison. But there's D-rings on both sides, and you can clip your shoulder strap, or you can use the crossbody strap. And I think I call this a shoulder strap on accident because some people do like the longer drop. So you could do it either way, whatever your preference is. On the other side, you have a snap pocket. So there's a snap button here. Always make sure you're holding onto the fabric when you're opening it so that you don't accidentally rip it. So you have this enclosure here as well. And then this baby is deep. She could fit a lot. I always keep these inside my bags when I'm not using them because it always keeps the moisture out. That prevents mold. On this side, I don't know if you can see like the horse and carriage tag. And then the creed is actually on this side. So there goes the creed. And so she is deep and she is big, but she has a slim profile, so it doesn't look like you're carrying this big, massive bag, right? And then you have options on how you could carry it. You could carry it crossbody, or you could carry it directly on the shoulder. And I have a clip of when I was looking at it in the Coach store of how it looks on me. And just to get that, you know, idea in your head of how this fits so comfortably under the pit of the arm. And we'll get into the comparison after I just go over these two really quickly. On the bottom is all leather, and I prefer this because I feel like the maintenance on a denim bottom would just be a little bit too much for me. I do have leather cleaner from Coach at the house, so this to me is a plus. I could set it on whatever surface I want to. And then of course you have this beautiful Vachetta leather. It's like this honey brownish amberish color. It's so pretty. And then the burned ends are almost like an oxblood color. It's like a deep red, reddish brownish color. It's chef's kiss, so beautiful. The retail pricing for this is $498. I got it for $249. And then one of the details that everyone talks about and everyone loves is the cherry detailing that that each of the denim bags come with. That's what that looks like. Isn't she pretty? And then the Coach tag on that Vachetta leather is just embossed in there. So pretty. And you have the option to get it hot stamped if you bring it to one of the Coach retail stores or one of the hybrid stores that have one of the machines. They can do it for you. Now, I will say my favorite thing about this collection is the attention to detail. Just everything from the stitching to the gold hardware, everything is just such amazing quality. Let me give you the item number as well in case you are interested. This is CY697, and you can just look that up on the Coach outlet website and get more details about this one. So design wise, she is relaxed, she is slouchy, she has this sophisticated yet casual vibe about her, and that's why I love her. Functionality wise, she is very spacious. As I stated, you could throw whatever you need to. My laptop fits in here, my notebook fits in here, everything fits in here, and maybe I'll do a what's in my bag if you guys want. She is easy to carry on the shoulder, so that means she's perfect for running errands. If you need to go to a quick meeting or to any casual outing, this is your girl. Style wise, my favorite is the Vachetta leather paired with that signature denim. My use case for this one is that she is my chic, beautiful, on the go. Whenever I need to just pick up and run some errands, I'm picking up my Laurel, slapping it over my shoulder, and I'm heading out the door. Now let's get into this beauty, the large Rowan Satchel bag. Now I did go over this one briefly in my other video, which I will link below. This one, as you can see, is more of a barrel shape, or like some people will call it like a duffel bag. She has an exterior zipper, but this zipper is very shallow, and that's because of where it's placed. But I still love this to just add any quick items if I want to add like receipts or any of my lippies or anything that I need to be able to just reach out and grab quickly. This is how far down it goes. It ends right here. This is where my finger, I'm like poking my finger, and then it goes across. But when I show it to you this way, you'll see that it's pretty shallow. It doesn't open very, very wide, but it's still a very useful feature. On this side, you just have the D-ring. It's actually on both sides. At the top, you have a very wide zipper. It goes from this side all the way to the other side. So when you open it, you are opening it. You know what I mean? And then in the front, it has the same cherry and the same Coach tag in that Vachetta leather that's embossed. Super pretty, very practical. And you can also get this one hot stamped. And let me just show you the feature on the Coach C. You see how it has like the actual gold C in it? It's so pretty. On the inside, you do have the Coach Creed. I have the crossbody strap right here. I always keep my crossbody straps in my bags when I'm not using them. You have the zipper compartment on this side, which it appears to be the same size as far as how deep it is. It's actually a little bit deeper now that I'm looking at it. It's a little bit deeper, but it feels so much bigger because of the fabric material lining inside. You can actually open it wider than you can the exterior one. On the other side, you have something similar to the Laurel, that snap pocket, but make sure you're holding onto this side like I stated before. It just makes it so much easier to just open and close it. I know some people struggle with that feature. The snap closure here has a leather trim versus the other one did not have a leather trim piece on the snap. The Laurel doesn't have that. The Laurel, it just has that snap feature. No leather trimming on that. But as far as everything else on the exterior, it has that beautiful blue color that pairs really well with the color of the seas out here on the outside. The Rowan also comes, and actually let me throw this back in here before I start mixing stuff up. The Rowan also comes with two zippers, so it has a double zipper, and you can leave it in the middle or off on the side, however you want to do it. And you can rock it either top handle, crook of the arm, or crossbody, and some people like to use the crossbody strap as a shoulder strap. They'll just fall on your hip. So as far as the large Rowan goes, design wise, she is structured, she is classic, she has a modern edge to her. She's perfect for the polished look. Functionality wise, she has multiple compartments both on the outside and inside. I would say she's perfect for work meetings, lunch dates, or anytime I want to feel like that it girl with her life together, because she fits everything. And the reason why I said work for this one, and not necessarily for this one, is because I carry my laptop. And if you you put a laptop in a bag so slim like this, it can fall over, versus this one, you put your laptop in there, it's not falling over because it has weight on both sides. It's more evenly distributed, versus this one, if it's leaning, because of the height of it, it can fall over. It's not going to just fall over. You can balance it, but there's a higher likelihood that it would tip over in this versus this. So I would say this fits the work aesthetic just a little bit more than this one. To be honest with you, I would probably take a Laurel to work. I just love how sleek she is, how straight the silhouette is. She's beautiful. And I know some people are putting shoulder straps on their Rowan, just like the Louis Speedies. And I do have a shoulder strap myself. So I did buy a shoulder strap for this as well, because I don't know, I gotta test it out and see what the vibe is for me. So I bought a Vachetta leather shoulder strap just to test it out, and I'll show you guys in the next video. But just imagine with me for a second, if you put a shoulder strap on this barrel shaped bag, under the pit, just to show you the width, it's a very wide bag, you know what I mean? And even if you were to drop it a little bit lower, you're still coming out a bit, you know what I mean? And you can always, like, you know, swing it a little bit past so it sits on the outside of your bag, but then you have like this big bag sticking out your pit, versus the Laurel was kind of like made for this, you know what I mean? She's tapered at the top. I'm obviously, you know, sitting down or whatever the case is, but I'll show a video or a clip of me in the store and you'll see where it falls. But this truly like flattens under the pit so that you don't have that big barrel shape under your armpit. And then if anything, it slouches down too. So when there's items in there, you have an even bigger drop. You know what I mean? There's an even bigger drop when you have actual items in it. It tends to sag. I'll probably do a what's in my bag so you guys could get a better and more realistic view of the day-to-day with these two bags. But I already knew, if you saw the last video, I already knew I was gonna need both. I was like, I know that Coach comes out with a denim collection every year, retail, boutique, whatevs. But what I've seen when I did my research of past releases, although some of them may look similar, they're never the same. So there's a release that looks very, very similar to this one, but even between like those two, there's still some differences, and I would have kicked myself if I did not get both. So let's get into some direct comparison. With the Laurel, as I stated, as you add items, she will start to slouch down and there will be like this dip. It'll look like this a little bit more, which is appealing to me. But if this isn't the vibe you're looking for, then this may be your better option, because this also can dip, but it dips low like this. You could get this shape. So this, unless you put like a purse organizer in it, this is what usually happens to the Rowan. All right, you guys, so let's get into some numbers here. The Laurel is 14.25 inches in length. The height is 12 inches, and then the width is 5 inches. The large Rowan is 11.75 inches in length, 8.25 inches in height, and the width is 7 inches. So let's compare. 7 inches in width here, 5 inches in width here, 11.75 inches in length here, 14.25 inches in length here. We have 8.25 inches in height here versus 12 inches in height here. Talking about the handles and the drop, this is what we call a drop, the distance between the peak of the handle and the actual bag itself. So these are the drop. This is an 8.5 inch drop, not including the slouch that you get, okay? This is if it's exactly as shown, if it's at its peak, perfectly straight. There's an 8.5 inch drop here versus the large Rowan has a 4.5 inch drop between the handle and the actual bag itself. So on the large Laurel, from handle to purse, 21.75 inches versus the large Rowan has a 20 inch drop from when you're wearing it at its peak to the purse itself. All right, so now that we have the numbers out of the way, let's talk versatility. To me, the Rowan works better for structured events, and the Laurel is more casual, chic, boho. As far as capacity goes, they're both big bags, so I'm pretty sure both can handle your essentials, but I would say the Laurel might fit a large water bottle better and taller items better, versus the Rowan may be better for organization. You may be able to fit a better size organizer in here. The Rowan would be better for organized essentials. Now, if you watched the previous video, you know I have a bunch of SLGs like my Nolita, etc. that I use to compartmentalize my bags for. So for me, capacity wise, they're both perfect. They'll both fit my essentials, which is my wallet, my wristlet, my Nolita, my notebook, things like that. I know will fit in both of them, but I know some people like the width of how much this, like, you know, opens up, and some people are very specific with their organizers in width and being able to do stuff like that. This one you can definitely fit an organizer as well, but just remember it's a lot more slender, but this one's taller, so it can fit some taller items in here. As far as style preference goes, it's like, do you like the slouchy, more casual vibe of the Laurel? Or do you like the structured, sleek Rowan? Here's why I couldn't just choose one personally. To me, they serve two completely different purposes, and together they cover all of my needs. If you look at my collection, you'll find that I usually do have a top handle or crook of the arm bag, and I pair it with a shoulder bag, maybe in the same pattern or something very similar, because I feel that they have completely different use cases in my wardrobe. At the end of the day, we all deserve to match our bags with our mood. So which of the two bags speaks to you? Now, I do have a video coming up where I purchased some bag accessories, and I do want to share those with you guys. I also have the Empire 40 video coming up, and y'all, I gotta show you guys. I ordered so many more SLGs from the Denim line. In reality, you can't go wrong either way. Whether you go with the Laurel or you go with the Rowan, a win is a win, baby, because these are some gorgeous bags. Are you team Laurel or are you team Rowan? Or are you team both like me? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm gonna play around with the Laurel because I literally just got her. I'm gonna play around with her just a little bit, remove her tags. I don't even know. Yeah, I need to remove her tags, enjoy her a little bit, and see what the vibe is with her. This is my first large Laurel versus Rowans. I have more Rowans than any other bag in my collection, second to maybe my Tabbies or something like that, I don't know. And I have so many more collections that I want to share with you guys. So if you are interested, for sure, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications, because I have so many collections to share. I'm incorporating more of what I love and enjoy, which is my handbag collection at the given moment. I started my handbag collection in November after my birthday, but between November, my birthday, December, Christmas, January, I celebrated my 40-pound weight loss. We are just celebrating, and the bags are just coming, honey. Hopefully this video was helpful and you enjoyed it here. If you have any questions, drop them down below and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. If you enjoyed it here, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss a thing. I will see you in the next video. Bye.